Ukraine's anthem. They sang it in Irpin, especially poignant on this Independence Day, and painful. Irpins paid a heavy price, lost 300 civilians and 90 fighters. Names etched on the hearts of widows and fathers gathered here to receive posthumous awards for bravery.
What are you thinking today as you receive this medal in honor of your son?
I feel proud of my son, and also sorrow in my heart. But he was ready for death, says Vladimir Sukuyuk. His son Ihor died in vicious battles here in March, part of a volunteer territorial defense force, which helped stop Russian forces from reaching the capital 25 kilometers away. The scars are still everywhere. These boys became like angels of Ukraine and Irpin. In Kyiv, President Volodymyr Zelensky joined a prayer for Ukraine at St. Sophia Cathedral and later addressed the country 6 months exactly since this war began.
What is the end of the war for us? We used to say peace. Now we say victory.
In a surprise visit, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson walked with Zelensky in the heart of Kyiv, signaling continued support.
We must stay the course, because if Putin were to succeed, then no country on Russia's perimeter would be safe.
Even with air raid sirens sounding much of the day, people brushed off the warnings, curious to see the carcasses of Russian war machines seized by Ukraine's military. A prophetic moment in history, they hope.
I think it's very important for us, for Ukrainians, and yeah, I think it means a lot of.
Back in Irpin, a moment of silence ticked down with dreams of vanquish over Russia. But for Irina Shevchuk, victory feels hollow and it hurts. Her husband Ole was killed, leaving 3 children without a father. I tell them he's in heaven and he can see you, but they have a hostile attitude towards Putin. They're very angry and they say when we grow up, we'll take revenge. A son, just 8, clutches his dad's medal, never smiling, trying to be strong, as Ukraine battles once again for its independence.
So, Susan, the war in Ukraine has now hit the 6-month mark. It's a psychological date as well, and I'm curious, what's your sense of where the war goes now?
Well, Adrienne, that deadly attack at the train station today is another example of the creeping brutality of this war, and that's not changing. President Zelensky made it very clear this week he wants a military solution, a military victory, no territorial concessions or negotiations. But can he get that? You know, one critical thing is the solidarity of the Western support, and that's why we saw Britain, U.S., and Canada step up this Independence Week. But the question is, can that hold, and will it be enough?
All right, Susan Ormiston in Ukraine, thank you.
You're welcome.